followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Now, Channel 11 News. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon, everyone. An SUV rolled into a house, hit a gas line, and sparked a massive fire. And we just got new information on what set off this chain reaction accident, and it's a little out of the ordinary. Channel 11's Mike Holden joins us live in Moon Township to explain why a hornet's nest is at the center of this crash. Mike.
Peggy, it is unbelievable when you connect the dots on this one. Luckily, everyone is okay, though, at this afternoon hour. Moon Township police say this all started in the driveway back here. A woman came out. She was inspecting a hornet's nest. She started spraying down the hornet's nest. Then she got into her SUV, and it started rolling backwards. She jumped out, fell out of it, and then the SUV rolled all the way over here until it smashed right into the side of this home. At this afternoon hour, you can still see it resting right there with the side of the home exposed. And now insurance agents are out here checking out the damage. But new this afternoon, look at this video. This Channel 11 viewer video captured the intense flames and smoke shooting into the sky from a Moon Township home. Firefighters swarmed the Scottsdale Drive property just after 10:30 last night. When firefighters got there, they spotted this Jeep wedged into the side of the house. They say it had just hit a gas meter and natural gas was leaking out everywhere, quite literally adding fuel to the fire. Police talked with the woman who owns the Jeep, and she told them she lost control while she was trying to get into it. She says the Jeep slipped out of gear and rolled out of her driveway and into the neighbor's house. Firefighters and neighbors described this as an absolutely terrifying, total freak accident.
Luckily, they weren't home, because it's, it could have been a lot worse. And luckily, too, it didn't spread either way.
The home, as you can clearly see from these live images, has extensive damage. The folks living here are still trying to tally up what they will do next, who they will stay with, and that Jeep still resting right there. But that's not the end of the story. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 5, we're diving deeper into the investigation, working to talk with more folks in the area and the terrifying moments they describe play by play. That's starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting live in Moon, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
All right, Mike, we'll see you later tonight. Meanwhile, we're learning more today about the case against the accused Tree of Life Synagogue shooter. Robert Bowers is charged with killing 11 people at the synagogue back in October. Federal prosecutors and the defense spent the morning in court reviewing the progress of the case. Prosecutors have not made a decision on whether or not to seek the death penalty. Channel 11 told you last week a judge agreed to let the defense file a document in secret. Bowers has pleaded not guilty to hate crimes and other charges. The Allegheny County Homicide Squad is investigating a shooting that started with an alert from a shot spotter in Penn Hills. Then police were called to Blackador Street. Channel 11's Lori Hoy live at police headquarters, county police headquarters, with new information on the victim in this shooting. Lori.
Yeah, that's right, Peggy. I just talked to county police and learned new information about the victim. I'm told he's part of a motorcycle club and possibly targeted by a rival club. It was just after 2 in the morning when 911 received multiple calls reporting shots fired on Blackador Street in Penn Hills. Pittsburgh police were in the area responding to a shot spotter call in Homewood and found an SUV blocking the road in front of a house at 1274 Blackador. Laying next to the SUV was a 48-year-old man shot multiple times. He was pronounced dead at the scene. County police took a motorcycle into evidence and are investigating a possible motive.
The one possible scenario is that he, being part of this motorcycle club, there's another motorcycle club in that section of town, and they might be at odds with each other at the present time. But we have nothing to confirm that. That is purely rumor and speculation. That's what we're hearing from some of the citizens in that area.
Neighbors tell me violence has become a way of life there. I'm working on that part of the story for tonight at 5. Live from County Police Headquarters, Lori Hoy, Channel 11 News.
It's really beyond comprehension.
A makeshift memorial is growing after a fire killed 5 children at a home in Erie. 3 of the victims were the children of a firefighter who was on another call. The youngest victim was just 8 months old. The home was also a 24-hour daycare center, and the owner's child was the 5th victim. NBC's Kathy Park has more on this heartbreaking story from Erie.
Investigators sifting through the ashes of a Pennsylvania daycare center, trying to determine the cause of a fire that killed 5 children, 3 of them the children of a firefighter.
Our firefighter, Luther Jones, 3 of his children perished in that fire.
Jones was responding to another call in the city and had no idea his own kids were trapped just blocks away. Firefighters rushing to the scene early Sunday morning. Neighbors say they heard the screams of 2 teenagers who escaped through a 2nd-story window, yelling there were babies trapped inside. One man struggling to help, pushed back by the intense smoke and flames.
I tried to go inside. I made it to the open living room and I couldn't go any further. It's tragic.
Firefighters ultimately pulled 7 people from the building, but only 2 survived. Records show the house was registered as a daycare center. The most recent inspection of the home was within the last year. A makeshift memorial set up outside the home as a heartbroken community grieves 5 young lives cut short.
Investigators will be out here today trying to find the exact cause of this fire, but say they'll be focusing their attention on a potential electrical issue. They also add that only 1 smoke detector was found in the attic of this home. In Erie, Pennsylvania, Kathy Park, NBC News.
And the owner of the home and daycare center was also hurt. She's being treated at UPMC Mercy for burns and smoke inhalation. State police need your help finding this missing man. 31-year-old Jordan Ola was last seen in Delmont last Monday. Police say it is urgent they find him. They say he needs his daily medication and has not taken it. Well, the Steelers will not practice again today. They're still mourning the loss of one of their coaches. 2nd-year receivers coach Darryl Drake passed away at the age of 62. His football career spanned nearly 50 years, first as a player with the Redskins and Bengals. Then he started coaching at Western Kentucky in 1983 and eventually made it to the NFL, where he coached with the Cardinals, the Bears, and the Steelers. Players and coaches are taking this loss hard. Juju Smith-Schuster released a statement saying, "Coach Drake was honestly my favorite coach I've ever had in this game. He taught me so much about football and especially about how to go about life. Coach was an amazing role model, not just for myself, but for a lot of people who he touched." The Steelers will return to the practice field tomorrow in Latrobe. Well, sunny and warmer today, but humidity will stay low. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh takes us through the next 24 hours and is tracking when some storms and showers will move in.
Yeah, about 18 hours away. We've had a great stretch of weather through the weekend that included sunshine, low humidity, and pleasant temperatures. A little warmer today. Live look outside downtown Pittsburgh right now with tower cams. 78 degrees, but the dew point, that's key. It's only 57 right now, so the air is still comfortable. Dew point's a measure of the moisture in the atmosphere. The higher the number, the more uncomfortable the air feels. But during the course of the day today, humidity will stay relatively low despite the fact the air temperature going up to 87 degrees. Now, humidity does return tonight. Showers and thunderstorms return tomorrow. I'm updating Storm Tracker right now to pinpoint who's going to see the heaviest rain during the day tomorrow. Full forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
Thanks, Scott. We are keeping a close eye on this one today. Bill Cosby's lawyers are in court fighting to overturn his sexual assault conviction. A state superior court panel in Harrisburg is hearing the case. Cosby's lawyers are fighting the judge's decision to let 5 other accusers testify at his trial last year. They claim prosecutors used them to, quote, promote hysteria. At the time, the judge said it showed Cosby's crime pattern. The 82-year-old is currently serving a 3 to 10-year prison term. A man is in custody in connection with a stabbing in Bedford Dwellings. Police say they found 2 women inside an apartment on Chauncey Drive early Sunday morning. One woman was taken to the hospital for a cut on her arm. The other woman did not need medical attention. We're working to get more information about the suspect. For 2 years, 2 sets of twins have been growing up without their mother. Kayla Thomas was killed in 2017. She had been missing for 3 days. Police say she was shot to death and thrown over a hillside on North Atlantic Avenue, and now her family is pushing for justice.
The more we don't speak, the more the people who do things like this are going to feel comfortable, and they're going to get away with it.
Callis family is offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest, and we checked with police who tell us this is still an active investigation. Right now, police are looking for a man who caused panic at a Houston mall this weekend. Police say he went into the food court, got on a table, and yelled that he was going to kill himself before dropping a device on the floor. Investigators say that object was wrapped in toilet paper in a plastic bag, and canines did not detect any explosives or firearms. 2 people were hurt, though, when the crowd ran to get away from that area. A key lawmaker says it's too easy for someone who is intent on doing evil to get a bulletproof vest. Our Jacqueline Fell is in Washington with the plan they say might stop a mass shooter.
The top Democrat in the Senate says too often people looking to kill as many people as possible first buy a bulletproof vest. A vest like the one worn by the Dayton shooter can be bought online for less than $200. Senator Chuck Schumer is proposing new legislation to require the FBI to sign off on body armor sales. Anyone without a criminal conviction can legally buy a bulletproof vest in all 50 states. Only Connecticut requires that they be bought in person. The restrictions would not apply to law enforcement or other security. Schumer says he'll introduce the bill once Congress is back in session next month. Schumer says this proposal should go hand in hand with the universal background check bill the Senate may take up next month. In Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 11 News.
Kids will be heading back to school in just a few weeks, and of course, security is a top priority. Channel 11 is learning more about the changes being made to a local district's police force.
She's waving around because of one reason. She doesn't have mobility to get away.
Disturbing video shows that man's mother in distress. What's really happening that got 2 workers fired and the family suing the nursing home?
Not thinking about the risk, logged into my bank account online on the hotel Wi-Fi.
Beware of public Wi-Fi. How crooks stole $2,000 from that woman, and what you can do to avoid becoming a target.
Showers and storms returning to the area. I'm tracking the arrival time for your neighborhood coming up.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Get the inside scoop on all the hot events, entertainment, and celebrities in and around Pittsburgh every week. Stream Access Pittsburgh on demand anytime on WPXI. 11 on Channel 11 News now brings you the 7-day forecast on your screen all the time. During all of our weather reports, you'll see the forecast for the next 7 days where you live. Watch Severe Weather Team 11's 7-day forecast on Channel 11 News every day.
Watch the Wendy Williams Show every weekday at 11, right here on Channel 11.
Well, as kids get ready to head back to school, a local school district is adding officers with guns in every building. The Plum School Board recently hired a 4th school resource officer. He is a retired New Kensington officer. The superintendent welcomed him over Twitter, saying their #1 goal is keeping schools safe. In the past 2 years, the district went through 2 safety and security assessments. Officials said a lot of behind-the-scenes adjustments were made based on that research. The district police supervisor told the Trib all of their officers have good relationships with the staff and the students. And Channel 11, by the way, is your back-to-school station. Next week, we're going to start special coverage on Channel 11's Morning News. Right now, you can go to our back-to-school section on WPXI.com to find stories to help you get ready for the first day. Meantime, many families are spending their final days of summer shopping for school supplies. But are you looking at what is in those supplies? A lot of parents look for the cheaper ones, but one mother says don't.
We are conducting an experiment on our kids with chemicals, and we need to stop.
Find out what you can do to make sure you're buying safe school supplies. That's Monday on Channel 11 News at 5. A disturbing Snapchat video has led to a lawsuit. The suit claims that it shows nursing home aides near Chicago taunting a 91-year-old woman with dementia. Reporter Eric Honk has more from the woman's family.
In the video, Margaret Collins appears to be in distress, her arms flailing as she pushes away a hospital gown.
She's waving her arms because of one reason. She doesn't have mobility to get away. That's the only option she has to protect herself.
Collins' family says the 91-year-old great-grandmother has dementia and was known by workers at her nursing home, the Abington of Glenview, to dislike hospital gowns. The video of the encounter 4 days before Christmas was posted to Snapchat with the caption, "Margaret hates gowns," and 2 laughing face emojis.
You're just like, this is somebody's sick idea of entertainment.
The family now suing the Abington and 2 nursing assistants, Brian Cortez and Jamie Monteza, who've been charged by Glenview police with misdemeanor disorderly conduct.
Margaret's privacy was clearly violated. They had no right to have cell phones in there.
The nursing home in a statement said the privacy and dignity of our residents are of the utmost concern at the Abington. Recently, 2 employees were immediately terminated when it was determined that they violated our standards and policies. But Collins' family says the workers remained on the job for weeks after initially being cleared by administrators.
They violate her safety, her privacy, and then they do a slow walk to correct the behavior.
By the way, the woman no longer lives at that nursing home, and her family says the incident has left her with anxiety. Columbia Gas officials are set to meet people in North Franklin Township tomorrow. The focus is on that explosion. You see the images there that destroyed a house and damaged other homes for miles. Columbia says work in the area caused the explosion. The company has apologized. The gas company will now answer questions and explain safety procedures put in place while the gas line work continues. That meeting is at 5:30 tomorrow night at the fire department. 911 call centers across the state are getting a major upgrade thanks to a $4 million grant. The centers are upgrading to next generation 911. It will create a faster system and new capabilities like text messaging, image and video processing, and advanced mapping. First Energy is shutting down its coal-powered plant in Beaver County ahead of schedule. We've learned the Bruce Mansfield power plant will shut down November 7th. That plant in Shippingport was originally set to close in 2021. 2 of the plant's units have already been deactivated. The company said it's for financial reasons. Bruce Mansfield is the biggest coal-fired power plant in Pennsylvania.
You're
your severe winter Team 11 forecast.
Now, everybody already in the upper 70s to low 80s at the noontime hour today, and plenty of sunshine across the region. Very comfortable, though. Humidity still low, 77 degrees right now in Franklin. Kittanning has made it to 80. Beaver, 82 degrees. Pittsburgh International, 78 right now, and 80 up and down I-79 from Washington to Waynesburg down to Morgantown right now. Visible satellite. We have a couple clouds. As we go through the afternoon, we will see some clouds back in Ohio start to stream in. High to mid-level cloud cover, so the sun will still be able to make it through during the afternoon. Need to get any yard work done? Today's the better day of the two between today and tomorrow, though definitely the warmer day of the two. 87 degrees at 5 this afternoon. Clouds become a little thicker this evening with a temperature of 81 degrees. Overnight tonight could be a shower late tonight, primarily after 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe even a quick rumble of thunder up toward I-80, 69 for the overnight low. And then tomorrow, occasional rain, a couple thunderstorms. It is not going to rain all day tomorrow. My concern is when it does rain, it's going to rain hard at times, and with repeated rounds of heavy rain possible, we do have to watch out for those streams and creeks and those traditional low-lying areas. Here's Storm Tracker. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, rain in the green, cloud cover in the white, so certainly not the abundant sunshine tomorrow that we're seeing today. First wave of rain kind of falls apart. Second wave comes in by 11. Thunderstorm for Allegheny, Beaver, northern Washington County, showers elsewhere. So tomorrow will be one of those days where it can really rain at any point in time. It won't just be confined to the heat of the day, the afternoon, in the evening hours. Then one wave comes through, 1 o'clock, thunderstorm near Murraysville, and then as we get into the late afternoon hours, we'll pop a couple more showers. Looks like the bulk of the thunderstorm activity tomorrow probably before 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then just scattered spotty showers into tomorrow evening. Again, Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, has most of our area under the risk for at least isolated severe storms, if not a little more widespread. Severe storms meaning wind gusts in excess of 58 miles per hour or large hail. And I think wind gusts will be a bigger deal than the hail, but my biggest concern, the localized flooding. Repeated rounds of heavy rain or prolonged periods of heavy rain could lead to some high water issues in some of those flood-prone and low-lying areas. 5-day forecast of your weekend, always in view. 80 for the high tomorrow. The cloud cover will keep the temperature down just a bit. Now, most of Wednesday will be dry. There will be a couple of showers around, 78 for the high temperature, but again, not expecting a whole lot of rain. 78 Thursday, weak little wave passes to our north. That could trigger a shower or thunderstorm during the day, and then we dry out Friday, 79. Looking pretty good on Saturday, 83, and could be a storm or two late in the day Sunday, but again, bulk of the day dry and a high temperature of 84 degrees. Peggy?
Thanks, Scott. A woman used an app to get into her bank account, but that's where the trouble started. How crooks stole $2,000 and the warning about using public Wi-Fi. Also, airlines are cracking down on emotional support animals. How federal regulators are stepping in to this heated issue.
If you want to be prepared for all the things you need to do, wake up with Channel 11 Morning News. You'll get dependable, live coverage of breaking news from a team you can trust to get the facts and the story right. We'll connect you to the important news happening where you live. And with weather updated every 10 minutes, you'll know exactly how storms will impact your commute. Be ready for whatever your day might bring. Channel 11 Morning News is News 11 at 11. 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Some new rules for people who want to take emotional support animals on planes. Now, for months, we've told you how some people have abused the policy. Channel 11 News anchor Lisa Sylvester shows us how federal regulations are now trying to bring some order to the airlines.
Spike's been traveling with Sanez Lamui for about 8 years.
Just hit 1,000,000 miles. He's been there for a good portion of the journey.
He's her emotional support dog.
I have high blood pressure, and having Spike with me is like a good alternative to taking medication.
She has a legitimate need for her dog, but the feds are aiming to crack down on a growing problem. People who are faking that their pets are service or emotional support animals so that they don't have to pay to fly with them. Under new rules, airlines may require passengers traveling with service animals to check in at the airport lobby so an airline official can see the animal. Airlines can also ask questions to determine a passenger's need for a service animal, even if the animal is wearing a harness, vest, or tag. The Association of Flight Attendants has been calling for the U.S. Transportation Department to strengthen standards in order to assure the safety of members and passengers. There have been reports of attendants and passengers being bit by an emotional support dog on a flight.
Anyone who isn't playing by the rules should be held accountable.
Lamui says she hopes the new rules help weed out fraudsters who she says have made it more difficult for people who have an actual purpose to travel with a service or support animal.
And the airline industry welcomes these new rules. The industry said more than 1 million passengers brought emotional support animals on flights in just 1 year. And there was a sharp increase in these animals biting and attacking other passengers. Wow, you just witnessed history in the making, the record-setting day for Simone Biles.
Showers and thunderstorms returning to the forecast. I've got updated timing on when you'll see the first round of rain.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Complete the most popular home improvement projects, including the kitchen sink, yourself. Watch Ron Hazelton's House Calls, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on WPXI.
News and NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
We're a team you can count on to cover stories that impact your life,
whether it's across the street or around the world.
Channel 11 News at 6.
And NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Weather and traffic updated every 10 minutes on Channel 11 Morning News.
Just a sea of motorcycles. These riders hit the road in honor of fallen police officer Brian Shaw. Nearly 800 of them made the 62-mile ride to keep the New Kensington police officer's memory alive. Officer Shaw had only been with the department for a few months when he was shot and killed during a traffic stop in November of 2017. Yesterday, the current chief of police for New Kensington led the ride in a police cruiser with the 800 bikers behind him.
This means a lot to me because this is a way that we're honoring him and his sacrifice, and also his family, taking care of his family.
The money raised will go to help future officers who are attending the Allegheny County Police Academy. Organizers were hoping to raise $70,000. 2 people are behind bars after a big drug bust in Marshall Shadeland. Police served a search warrant at the house on Smithton Avenue, and they say that officers found heroin, marijuana, 2 guns, and more than $6,000 in cash, something neighbors hate to see right next door.
I don't want that kind of stuff in my neighborhood, but, live in the north side, kind of expect it.
Kevin Price and Tasha Boyd are now facing charges, including endangering the welfare of a child, because police say a 15-year-old was there too. It's hard to lose someone that you really love, but sometimes that gives you perhaps the motivation to make a change, and that's how it was for Paul Miller. He hosted an event in Grandview Park yesterday called Let's Conquer This Together. After losing loved ones to opioid addiction, he decided to do something to provide resources to help people.
It's to help people that maybe lost someone. It's to help people that are suffering. It's to help a mother that lost her son. So that's why we're here.
At information tables for things like rehabs, halfway houses, and interventions. August is Opioid Awareness Month, too, so Miller says it was the perfect time to do this. A restaurant on the north side is closed today after a fire left some heavy damage. The fire started in an electrical room at the Allegheny Sandwich Shop on Western Avenue. Firefighters did get it out quickly, but there was a lot of smoke. The business was closed at the time, so no one was hurt. The sandwich shop posted on Facebook that it will be closed until further notice. Well, we've had a string of dry and sunny days. That continues today with warmer temperatures, but alas, rain is in the forecast. Let's head back to meteorologist Scott Harbaugh tracking when showers and storms could develop for us.
If we went past 4 straight days without rain around here,
very unusual.
No one would know what to do with themselves. Temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s right now. I just stepped outside. Humidity is low, so the air is very comfortable, although it is warm. We're about 4 degrees warmer than this time yesterday in Pittsburgh, 9 degrees warmer in Indiana, 7 in Greensburg. So southerly air bringing in some warmer temperatures, and this afternoon we'll see some high clouds, but for the most part, not too bad and very, very comfortable as far as the humidity goes. Humidity increases tonight. Showers and storms return tomorrow. I'm going day by day with the full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Peggy?
Had to take another look at it. There is no stopping Simone Biles. You saw her right here on Channel 11 Sunday with another first, landing a triple twisting double somersault in her floor exercise. She put on quite a show, winning a record-tying 6th all-around title at the U.S. Gymnastics Championship. And reporter Chanel Jones has more on the historic day.
She is something else, once in a lifetime.
Simone Biles triumphant again, soaring to a 6th national gymnastics title, a feat not achieved by a woman in 67 years.
I feel like each one gets better and better because it's like the 5th and then the 6th, and so it just keeps getting more exciting.
The 22-year-old's unmatched skills on display over 2 nights of intense competition. Biles landing an astounding triple-double during her floor exercise.
Just keep making history, Simone Biles.
An explosion of precision and power that included 2 flips and 3 twists, a feat never accomplished by a woman before. And on the balance beam, another unprecedented move. A double-double dismount, 2 twists, 2 flips. Just last week before the competition, an emotional Biles taking aim at the sport, blasting USA Gymnastics for enabling former team Dr. Larry Nassar to abuse her and potentially hundreds of other young athletes.
They couldn't do one damn job. You had one job. You literally had one job, and you couldn't protect us.
The head of USAG responding during last night's competition.
This organization has let down many people, including Simone, and historically the organization has silenced gymnasts, and that time is no more.
The 6-time national champion moving her sport forward, both on and off the mat.
She is amazing. Simone continues to prove she's ready for the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, and Channel 11 and NBC are also ready to bring it all to you from TV streaming and online. It all kicks off next summer. It'll be here before we know it. Football season is kicked off. A new study showing that getting an all clear for a concussion doesn't mean a young athlete is out of the woods. And a boat taking on water in the middle of the Allegheny, the help that family got in the nick of time.
It's the summer of me.
Like summer vacation.
Cool off with some hot classics.
Oh, isn't it wonderful here?
Like Green Acres, The Three Stooges, the 90-minute episodes of Wagon Train, The Dick Van Dyke Show, and much more.
The summer of me.
The summer of me. Me TV.
You can find Me TV on Comcast 190, 207, or 1160. Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
This is the aftermath of a boat rescue. Everyone is okay, but moments earlier it was a pretty scary situation. That family was on the Allegheny River near the Tarentum Bridge when their boat began taking on water. A jet skier came by and was able to tow the boat to the riverbank. A new study from CMU says football players can still have brain damage from getting hit even without getting a concussion. According to a study, that players can still get damage from repeated hits to the head. Researchers say that while there have been studies on big hits and concussions, more research is needed on all the damage from smaller hits. Those long-term effects are not known. You may have noticed that prices at the gas pumps are down a bit today. AAA says the average price at the pump is about 19 cents less than a year ago. Experts say refineries are making more product, and that is contributing to the drop. The trend could continue as stations switch to a winter blend of gasoline. The national average is at $2.64. In Pittsburgh, a gallon of regular unleaded is going for about $2.90. You can find it cheaper, though. For example, it's $2.62 at the Sam's Club off Mount Nebo Road in Ohio Township. Of course, you would need a Sam's Club membership to get that price. Is your favorite part of Lucky Charms cereal the marshmallows? I remember I used to steal them out of the box. Lucky Charms is now selling bags of their famous marshmallows. They're going to be bigger than the ones in your cereal, but they will taste the same, and you can get them all across the U.S. by September for a limited time only.
Not thinking about the risk, logged into my bank account online on the hotel Wi-Fi.
Beware of public Wi-Fi. How crooks stole $2 grand from that woman, and what you can do to avoid becoming a target.
Almost time to find the umbrella again. I'm tracking when rain showers and thunderstorms are going to drop heavy rain in your neighborhood.
You're streaming WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. Corruption, fraud, scandal. Veteran reporter Brian Ross shines a light on accused criminals. Brian Ross Investigates. Weekends at 7:30 p.m. on WPXI. Morning News brings you breaking news first. We tell you what happened overnight and the breaking news happening right now, so you're connected to the important stories where you live. Check out the difference on Channel 11 Morning News.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Washington County. A popular way to pay your friends left one woman nearly $2,000 short. Our consumer advisor Clark Howard says her trouble started after she used the Wi-Fi connection at her hotel.
Not thinking about the risk, logged into my bank account online on the hotel Wi-Fi.
Ashley Field's moment of mindless keystrokes was all the crooks needed.
They got my login and password, and they logged in right behind me.
They were able to send $1,800 to someone she never met. They did it using Zelle. Zelle is the bank app that lets you send and receive money like other payment apps. The difference, it's connected directly to your bank account.
Once you've connected to an open Wi-Fi or public Wi-Fi, it essentially puts you on the same network and allows people to sniff whatever's going on.
Instead of panicking, she filed a fraud claim with Chase. the bank she's been with for over a decade.
2 weeks later, I started panicking when they did not give me my money back.
Chase told Ashley the transaction appeared valid because it came from her device.
But I also found in my own 5 minutes on Google that the hackers can do that. They can spoof your IP address and make it look like it's your device.
When Ashley informed the bank she'd contacted the media, her money was returned.
I had no choice but to kind of take a guerrilla warfare approach, and ultimately that's what got my issue resolved, was reaching out to their PR team, letting them know that I was not just going to go quietly.
Chase told us in an email they're sorry for denying Ashley's original claim and that they've made significant investments in fraud detection and prevention technologies. Early Warning Services, LLC, the network operator behind Zelle, also stressed security measures, but directed any attempts to resolve issues to the banks.
Hacking isn't something that happens to other people. I know that now.
One thing I recommend you do to layer in an extra level of security, set up a separate bank account just for using payment apps. That way, your big money you use for rent, mortgage, car payments, all the rest is never at risk. I'm Clark Howard.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
A beautiful start to the work week with plenty of sunshine, warm temperatures, and relatively low humidity still. 82 degrees now in Catania, up 2 degrees just in the last 20 minutes. Beaver up to 83. Pittsburgh still currently at 78. Waynesburg now 81. And Greensburg 79 degrees. Visible satellite, mentioned those clouds that are going to start to stream in this afternoon. These are high to mid-level clouds, so the sun will be able to filter through most of the cloud cover. That, coupled with southerly wind, will get the temperatures up into the mid to upper 80s this afternoon. If you were lazy over the weekend enjoying the sunshine, didn't get the car washed, still can do it today. 87 degrees at 5 this afternoon. By 8 o'clock tonight, still 81. Clouds will thicken up, though, as we head toward sunset. Weather in a word today: warm. High temperatures today, about 5 degrees above normal, making it to 87 with some of those high clouds coming in this afternoon. The good news is going to have the heat, but we're not going to have the humidity this afternoon. That will begin to creep back in tonight. We're going to do a little grilling outdoors tonight. Temperature is very pleasant, even some late night grilling. Still 78 degrees with mostly cloudy skies at 9 o'clock. Could get a shower or two late tonight. Cannot completely rule out a clap of thunder, but the better chance of thunderstorms is going to be during the day tomorrow. Occasional rain, few thunderstorms, high temperature tomorrow, 80 degrees, so noticeably cooler tomorrow because of the fact we're going to have more cloud cover and off and on rain throughout the day. However, humidity will be much higher during the day tomorrow. Here's Storm Tracker, 7 a.m. Rain showers entering the area for the morning commute. They'll be light and scattered at first. By 11 o'clock, pretty good pocket of rain. Could even be some thunder with this. Beaver, Allegheny, northern Washington County. That wave will pull through, and then notice the thunderstorms trying to form along that front. Here's the problem. Front's not going to be moving very fast tomorrow, so with repeated rounds of heavy rain along the front, the possibility is there for some localized flooding. So weather impacts during the day tomorrow, really twofold. Localized flooding from repeated rounds of heavy rain, and any of the strong storms that can get cranking tomorrow afternoon could produce some wind damage. Also, lower risk, but still a possibility. Hail, and I can't completely rule out the fact there could be an isolated tornado in the area, but that would be the exception rather than the rule. Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper will have updated timing and locations tonight on Channel 11 News at 5 and 6 p.m. 80 for the high tomorrow, 78 Wednesday with just a spotty shower or two. Thursday, could be a thunderstorm, especially north of Pittsburgh as a little wave drops through the area. Friday looks dry, 79, then Saturday and Sunday back into the 80s. Maybe a shower or thunderstorm later in the day on Sunday. Peggy?
Every year, only a small percentage of Boy Scouts achieve the prestigious rank of Eagle Scout. Reporter Lindsay Buckingham introduces us to a scout who earned that honor this summer, rising above and beyond his challenges to serve his troop.
To be an Eagle Scout, most scouts, it's like 3 to 4% of scouts nationwide attain the rank of Eagle Scout. So it's a very unusual honor.
An honor 20-year-old Timmy Hartgate worked his whole life to reach. You see, Timmy has autism and mostly nonverbal. And in a world where communication is key, he had to find a different way to talk to his troop.
He couldn't communicate very well. He was sort of difficult relating to people or interacting with people.
Ed Hartgate watched Timmy progress with the help of Cleveland Clinic's Learner School for Autism. His therapist using a speech-generated device. He types words or hits pre-programmed replies on his iPad.
It's been a great experience for us, you know, to watch him learn how to communicate. They've gone out of their way to, you know, to teach him.
Armed with new leadership, Timmy ready for another challenge, finishing his Eagle Scout service project, the last step toward that top honor. Working with his teachers, Timmy planned and organized the Learner School's summer field day. One of them, Phoebe Mason, in awe of Timmy's milestone.
We programmed on his iPad all of the scouts in his Boy Scout troop, so he's able to identify them by the pictures on his iPad. So we feel so proud of Tim. We're happy that he's able to be recognized for his commitment to the Scouts.
That dedication recognized in a special ceremony just for Timmy. There in this room, Troop 461, Scouts that don't see Timmy as being anything but a great mentor.
I don't think that they really notice, you know, they are aware of his situation, but they're very accepting. I'm very proud of what he's achieved and what he's done.
His new Eagle Scout status giving Timmy wings of confidence, flying through life, knowing he can do anything he puts his mind to.
I mean, just absolutely delighted, you know, and excited for him. I mean, I think he realizes now that there are a lot of things that he can do, a lot of things that he can accomplish despite that disability.
Thank you.
Traditionally, Eagle Scout requirements have to be completed by the Scout's 18th birthday, but the organization made a well-deserved exception for Timmy. What is southwestern Pennsylvania? Well, you know, they're all about the cookie table, right? Next, this cookie table for the record books.
Join the Leukemia Lymphoma Society for Light the Night. This special event brings together family, friends, and co-workers to celebrate, honor, and remember those touched by cancer. Participants help fund life-saving cancer research and treatments, giving survivors hope.
Survivors like Nora and me. That's right.
Visit WPXI.com/lightthenight for more information.
Help defeat the darkness of cancer and walk with us at Heinz Field on October 17th.
When we walk, cancer.
Forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
A little history was made in our area. The city of Monongahela celebrated its 250th birthday yesterday, and 2 weddings were held in an effort to set a world record for the largest wedding cookie table. They needed at least 18,000 cookies. A judge from the Guinness Book of World Records made the final call.
We're over 19,000 at this point. We know that you have set a new world record title.
The Monongahela Area Historical Society says it will be donating the leftovers to first responders, 412 Food Rescue, and the local city mission. There you go. They look good. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5 o'clock. Until then, have a great day.
Watch Channel 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
From cleanings to surgeries, local volunteers are giving free dental work to patients in need. Events like this happen across the country, but Pittsburgh is different.
It's the people of Pittsburgh that really make it special.
You're going to walk out of here better.
Brightening smiles across our city makes us proud to be from Pittsburgh.
Proud to be